Haven't really been feeling myself the last couple months, man, if I'm being completely honest with you. Kind of just want to talk from the heart for a couple minutes here and kind of just express where I've been. You don't know me, I don't know you, but maybe we can kind of find some common ground between each other. I quit my job back in October. It was a pretty stable job, it was paying me pretty well, but just the overall mental strain of it, the fact that I didn't like it and I just knew it wasn't for me. I did it for about 6 to 8 months. I did it for the summer. I made some good money, and then I was like, you know what? I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. It was like a 2 hour commute in total every day, hour there, hour back, and I really didn't like that. I really didn't like working 14 hours a day at a company that I knew that eventually they were going to lay me off in the winter, which I've been keeping up, and they laid off a whole bunch of people. So it turned out I was right in the sense that, yes, I was going to get laid off. The company likes to hire a whole bunch of people in the summer because they're backed up. That's how I got in, because I knew somebody. And I was able to get in there a lot easier, and I'm thankful enough that I still had that job. I was still able to make some decent money over the summer. But I've been at like this weird stage from October until now, the last 4 months, where I guess the pressures of getting a job is kind of straining on me. It's definitely tough where I'm at right now. A lot tougher than I thought it was initially going to be. I thought with my construction background, about 3 or 4 years in construction, I was going to be able to pick up and go somewhere very quick. And unfortunately, that's not really been the case. Fortunately, I'm in a very good standing where financially I can afford to take a couple months off. Like, there was no issue with that at all. I have my own car paid off completely. I'm not here to flex. I'm not here to talk. I still live with my parents. I'm absolutely in a point where, yes, I can afford to do this, but I just think I don't feel useful anymore. Like, I'm at this weird stage where I'm trying to shed off that old person, and I can't get him off my back. That old me. I'm trying to almost reinvent myself. I'm trying to make a new, better me. But I guess that struggle with not finding a career yet, not finding a job is really kind of mentally straining on me. And the beginning of the year until now, I've done very good. I've lost 12 to 15 pounds in weight. I'm feeling so much better than I was at the end of the year. And I'm pretty proud of myself that I'm staying consistent with my diet. Unfortunately, I'm just coming off of being sick. That's why my voice sounds a little messed up. But I'm doing everything right. I just think that the unknown is what's kind of scaring me. And overall, I feel like a lot of people can relate to what I'm trying to say. I don't know. I don't feel myself anymore. I don't feel that same kind of person. I don't enjoy the same things that I used to enjoy. I have gotten a lot quieter, like dangerously quieter. Like, I don't talk to anybody. Like, I've become such a hermit. Like, if somebody doesn't text me, like a friend or even a relative, I'm just not gonna make the effort. Like, I'm worried about me. Like, I'm taking this selfish kind of standpoint where I'm just like, yo, if you're not going to keep up with me, I don't give a shit about you. That's kind of how I've been selfishly. Because I've kind of just, all my life, been friends with everybody. I've always kind of just been the nice guy, right? I've always been cool with everybody. Let so many people come into my life. And then when I'm in a hard point, when I'm in a point where, I don't feel good, nobody's there. And I'm like, how many of these quote-unquote friends do I have are actually my friends? And that proved to be pretty quick when I went completely quiet for 6 months, working at this new job, not really liking it, mentally in a point where it really started messing me up, and I was like, man, I hate this. And quitting, which, if you've ever quit a bad job before, it's like a top 10 feeling in the world. I'm not even kidding. I was like, if you guys aren't going to move me closer to where I live, I'm going to go. And they said, listen, there's nothing we can do. And I said, I put in my 2 weeks right now. And the look on their faces. And I'm not completely saying that I hated my managers and my boss. They weren't bad over there. But I was just like, done. like just completely exhausted, and I was like, you know what, I'm done. So all this time, me as a person, I don't feel very useful right now with not having a stable income, and I keep telling myself it's not that big of a deal, but this fucking crazy ass YouTube algorithm, all it sends me is shit about don't waste your 20s. We hear it. Us 20-year-olds, we hear it. Don't waste it. And then I got some people saying, live it up. They're going traveling abroad. They're traveling the world. They're doing all this. They're doing all that. And then other people, they're locking in. They're getting six-figure jobs. And I'm sitting here at home every day making videos. And I'm just like, what do I do? I've been a goddamn hermit for 4 months. Haven't moved. I've been making pretty good progress mentally, physically, but other than that, I haven't really stepped out of my comfort zone, which I think that's kind of my main problem is I'm kind of scared to do anything because of the economy, because of the job market. I'm really scared to maybe go back to school, blow a whole bunch of money, get into debt, and then be screwed that way, or go into a low-paying job, be right back where I was just at. So now I'm kind of just sitting here. Excuse me, man, I sound like shit today. But yeah, I'm at like so many crossroads where I have to choose, and I'm kind of just standing back and not choosing. And I think that's where a lot of young people are at right now is we don't really know what to do because it's not necessarily our decision right now. It's the economy's decision. It's the whole world. What's going to happen? So it's scary. It's like I don't want to go into something, right? It's very hard. I'm at crossroads that I don't really know where to choose. I'm not getting out of my comfort zone. I have been trying to get out of my comfort zone more, but at the same time, man, that same person that I was even over the summer, I'm not the same person. I just think overall I've been prioritizing different things in my life a lot more. I haven't really been a chronic sports watcher as much as I was last year. Yes, I know there's a lot of sports content on the channel. That's what I kind of revolve the channel around, but that's why I like to do these videos. Kind of take a break from that, kind of get a more real-life perspective on me. When I started posting on here, I always wanted to say that this was going to be a reflection of how I'm doing. I can kind of go back and see how I operated on my day-to-day operations, and I would say majority of the last 4 months I've kind of been on a downwards kind of spiral mentally and physically, although I'm still trying my best. I know I can be doing better. And it sucks when you get into a rut like this. And everybody around you, they're kind of confused. Like, especially when it comes to, like, your family, your friends. You know, when you become unemployed or you get laid off or you get fired, you have this, like, mental kind of strain, and that's what I just think I'm going through overall. And yeah, it sucks, and yeah, I know I'm going to get through it, but I just really don't know what to do. That's why I kind of think I like coming on here and kind of expressing my thoughts, my opinions, because I feel like there's no judgment here. Like, it's just me talking in front of a camera. Like, it's just me talking. I can kind of bounce things off a wall. It'll come back to me. I can kind of regurgitate information that our crazy-ass brains are designed to do. And I think also our brains aren't meant to handle this much information. A normal person would only really know like 50 people in their entire life. Like, you gotta imagine, like, if you were born in like a small town like Williamstown, Virginia, 200, 300 years ago, you didn't know a million people. You weren't scrolling and knowing what somebody was doing in India or China or, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you knew what you did. You were like a farmer, a blacksmith, a politician. That's it. You raised a family. You died off younger because of disease. They didn't have great medicine. Like, the whole lifestyle has completely changed, and our brains are so oversaturated with so much information, we don't realize, like, what we want anymore. Like, you might realize what you want, but then you go on social media and you're scrolling, and then your brain's like, oh, I want that. But you really want this. So you're so distracted. I took a break at the beginning of the year from social media. I was so sick and tired of it. Deleted everything. Deleted Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook. Was tired of it. I just hated it. Absolutely hated it. If you guys, I'll pin my video from like a week ago. I hated it all. Took a break. I felt great. Went back on Instagram and deleted it again. I'm like, I'm never going on this stupid app again that is designed to make us fight each other and hate ourselves. So, yes, I'm in a tough spot right now, but I know I'm going to get through it. And I appreciate you guys kind of sitting here listening to a random guy ramble about his life. But yeah, that's all I got to say today.